Hello everyone, welcome back to Outbound. The beta just got released, meaning we got an entire new biome to explore. If you backed it on Kickstarter, you should have access, well, since last week, honestly. However, the Steam Next Fest was going on back then, so I had my full attention on that, as there were quite a lot of survival game demos. So yeah, the release of this beta was kind of unfortunate, but hey. It ain't going anywhere, so, because we can play it whenever. One of the things that I guess I don't really like is the map got reset. At least it saved all our progress, so that is good. Seems like they added paintings. That wasn't in the game before. Yeah, somewhere up here in the northwestern part, there should be a tunnel. Alright, I may have gone the wrong way, so it seems like we're gonna have to go all the way around the windmill area. So the UI has changed a bit, and it seems like we now have a third-person camera perspective. So that is pretty neat. I don't think it showed the speed before, and it also shows that we can go a lot faster if we would want to, but I'm guessing we need to upgrade the van for that. And it also seems to have a kilometer marker at the bottom. At least I imagine it counts in kilometers, seeing as the devs are from the Netherlands as well as Germany. 236. Gotta say, that's quite a bit. Especially because we've only been roaming in this small area. But hey, I circled it a couple times, so I guess that makes sense. There's also a temperature meter now, but this is the first biome, so I'm guessing we're not really gonna have to deal with that. Alright, it is turning nighttime. I think I'm just gonna roll up here. The van needs some recharging anyway. So we may as well set up camp while I figure out how this entire recharge system worked. Right, we needed wood or fiber. It already has stuff in there? Alright, we had solar panels and stuff, didn't we? Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, our van is fully charged again. Nice. Yeah, we had a ton up here. Oh, hell yeah. And we had some back here too. Oh, it seems like we are getting some clothing upgrades now. We need threads as well as seashells. Now, seashells I imagine we get in the new area. But we need some fiber to make threads, which surprisingly we don't even have. And I don't see any around here either. Alright, so it seems like we can now upgrade our van once again. Some are still locked, but it seems like we do have a lot more upgrades now, so that's good. We get the motor, version 2. Battery capacity upgrade, that'd be great. We're probably going to need the motor upgrade regardless. Day 34. We've been on the road for over a month now. Let's start heading back out. Ah, yes, here it is. Okay, it was on the other side of the map. I thought it was somewhere over on the northwest, but it's just northeast, apparently. Regardless, it still seems like I drove the right way. Doesn't make much sense, but hey. Welcome to my life, I suppose. Even though I say I'm going one way. Internally, I guess I know it's the other way. Alright, now we can mine these rocks, finally. These are moss rocks. I think you needed a tier 2 pickaxe for this. But there we go, those are gone. Moss rocks are probably useful for something. But let's get going. To the new biome. And here we are. I kinda expected the desert to be the next biome we would go to. But no. This is a redwood that we seem to be picking up here. Does make sense, they look a lot more like redwood trees. Like redwood trees. Alright, well, let's take a look. Found a tower over here. And it looks like this is going to be a nice spot where we can take note of the area. Okay, we need redwood in order to light these campfires. These look new. Coastberries. See, I think this biome was like the coast. There's also a proper road out here. And I can see why it's called the coast. There we go. 1 out of 25, so there are more here than there were back in the old biome. Alright, well, let's go check this out. Paws and Whiskers Lodge. Got any mail? Oh, it's a gnome. We found a bottle cap, nice. Let's see what kind of downloads we can get. Rubber process. A smasher. Or a mushroom pot. I think that could actually be very helpful. I'm gonna go cut that. Let's see what we need for that. Then we go explore a bit farther beyond, because that seems to be where the lodge is at. Okay, it just needs rocks. We have that. We have a little greenhouse here. I much rather prefer it to be on top of counter space, though. Alright, there we go. I've made 4 of these plots. And I guess we need the mushrooms, but we need them in our inventory. Oh, we cannot plant them here? Probably because it needs a different roof, right? Because it's too light in here, maybe? I wish it did say a bit more info than that. So is it good in here? No. Okay, well, I'm not 100% sure how they work. We'll figure it out one day. Oh, now we can place them in here. Okay, don't know what changed, but hey. Let's consume some food. Let's go to bed. Alright, the game desperately wants us to track a landmark now for some reason. But I want to go check out that house over there. And also, what else is around here? A dog treat? Can sit on the bench. We got some new type of threads as well. Need some redwoods here. We'd actually have doggies here too. Ooh, we need a next level axe in order to chop down the redwood. As well as a new sickle. I'm pretty sure we can get a dog companion in this game, so I'm guessing this is where we get it. A coconut smoothie. Not something I want to create. Well, real life anyway. As that would kill me, man. No one's home? Adventure is waiting. Oh, this actually looks pretty cool. I like that poster a lot. A coffee machine. Outbound cups. This also looks pretty nice. And then the same poster again. Let's go outside to the doggies. What's up, doggies? We can just choose the companion like this. I think I want to go for the red one. It looks pretty cool. Got a name for him? I might actually hold off with this and actually leave a comment down below what you would like to call the dog. Because honestly, I have no clue. And then we go pick him up in the next episode. So see you tomorrow, doggy. Well, probably tomorrow for me. Most likely not for the dog. I will be taking the treats in advance. And we can go up here. Go on a little hiking expedition. I need some fibers as well. We just need a bunch of this. Well, we don't really need the Dura fiber. I need the regular fiber. We can cross the logs, or we can go even farther up the mountain. I found a redwood log, so that's good. More moss rock, as well as a churn. They need fingers, I guess. These ones require moss rocks. And that's what we just found. Though from memory, the rocks usually laid around the churns, so that's good. Let's go see what is on the other side of the logs here. So far, not much, except for some trippy trees. I found another churn over there. We got some moss rocks. A little camping site. And a nice view. There seems to be a little sailing boat in the water. And then there's a lighthouse over that direction. Which is probably this right here, this question mark. Here's another campfire. More bottle caps. Dog treats. Is there a max amount of dog treats? I don't see it in here. If anything, this spot is pretty good for redwood once we get the new axe. Just too bad that it's kind of a walk to get up here. At least getting down is pretty easy. Right, there we go. Light the logs. Now the dogs will stay warm. Okay, I'm looking at the tools. I don't get why we can make the sickle 1, seeing as we have that one. Seems like these boots, I guess they just help you run at night, because you cannot do that when you get too tired. I have a wrench. Don't we have one of those too? No. Alright, let's make one. It doesn't say we have the sickle here. That is kind of odd. But the annoying part is, can't really seem to get regular fiber in this area. Well, what's up? Berries. Huh. Not what I expected. Thought it was going to be a bridge. Unfortunately, the ferry is currently out for repairs. Kindly check back with us after the repairs are complete and the ferry is operational again. Note for your understanding. Regards, the Merry Ferry team. You think this is another way to get to, like, the desert area? Oh, there's the ferry. Why is it out when it's, like, sailing right there? Alright, game. Whatever. Alright, a little ways from the road. It seems like we can walk up here as well. So let's see what we can find. Seems like a gnome. Yep, we got a little gnome. And that is about it. Ooh. That jump hurt a bit. Also, we got a side task. Find and use ginger to restore health. Kind of see if there's any like bushes around, because this area still has some of the older trees. Well, this particular part has redwood, I guess. But that's fine, we also need those for the campfires. There are some out here, but these are sturdy bushes, so they give us the other type of fiber. And I think, just due to that, I'm gonna drive back real quick. So let's go back to the starting biome. Gather up some fiber, craft some of the tools, like the boots and the sickle. Then we head back to this new biome. Because of course we would need the old tools in order to upgrade to the new ones. We can get another download going. I feel like we already have some of this, to be fair. We'll get the couch one. You know, if that one got reset, I wonder if all of them did. It does seem like it. We got the oven now as well. Heck yeah. Ouch. Alright, well, I fell off the watchtower. We're gonna need to find that ginger soon. The neat thing is, though, it also seems like most of the bottle caps have respawned. But I can't find any fibers. That probably means we're gonna have to go all the way back to... well, probably where we started today. That is so far, though, goddamn. Well, you know what? While we're on our way back anyway, we may as well get all those towers. And that seems to be the last download set for this area. There seem to be a bunch of bushes here, too, so that's nice, although these are apparently carrots. Oh, wild ginger. Heck yeah. Gonna need those now in order to, well, heal back up. I was kind of hoping that there would be some fiber around here too, and even though there's bushes, we cannot harvest these. So that is rather annoying. It seems like the computers are off. I'm guessing we got all the downloads. Alright, we are back where we started today. And here is our fiber. So then let's create our sickle. Can we upgrade it? Nope. But with a couple more fiber, we can make those boots. I may as well harvest the entire field here. I honestly thought we already had a sickle, so unless they changed something, which is why we don't have it anymore, I am quite confused. Especially since we still have all the other tools. Well, it's also nighttime, so we can actually test out the boots too. Do they make us run at nighttime? Because now I cannot sprint anymore, because I'm too tired. Will help you return faster to... well, how the heck does that even work then? Because I can't sprint still. What the heck was that? Okay, so we can only run towards the van. Kinda. Honestly, that's still pretty good. Wonder if these gacha machines got reset as well. It seems like they have. Do we still have those recipes though? Yeah, it seems like we do. Alright, I just built the oven real quick, and I've noticed we can make pizzas in here. Not a lot currently, because we don't have the tomato sauce, but we can fix that as well. The problem is we're kind of running out of water too. I don't really see the need of making all these other foods. It does look pretty nice though. Though it seems like, where the hell did we get the pepperoni from? How good is this pizza? Because currently I've just been eating tomato sauce, which probably not the best, but gives a nutrition of 50. I think tomato sauce is like 10. So this would be good in a pinch. We really need a ton. Alright, well, let's start making our way all the way back. Alright, we're back to the tunnel, and it seems like there has been a landslide. I'm guessing this is going to happen every single time when we are far enough away. Huh, I parked a bit too close to the trees, it looks like. I was going to go check out the clothing real quick. We needed a bunch of threads. How many of these do we have? 21? I think we needed 8 of them, right? So we need a total of 16 fibers. Alright, 4 of them have been created. That is fine, because I think, yeah, we need seashells still, which we haven't found yet. Let's make the clothing a 1 upgrade. Don't exactly know what this does. But the upgrade has been installed. But, like, what the heck does that even mean? Should have probably read it before I made it, because now I cannot click on it again. Well, I'm sure it's fine. Right, and we're back at the Paws and Whiskers Lodge. I'm gonna be leaving an offer right now. Again, leave in the comments down below what you would like to call our doggy. And then in the next episode, I guess we have to venture that away along the coastline. So I hope you all enjoyed, and I see you all in the next one. Bye everyone.